The moment Stephen Testa takes the stand, the courtroom gets quiet. That heavy kind of quiet, where everyone knows something painful is about to unfold. And there's something striking in his voice from the first answer. He's calm, almost too calm. Not because he's unemotional, but because this isn't a man telling a story. This is a father reliving a nightmare. And the judge hasn't even reached the hard part yet.
All right, sir, if you'll just face the clerk, raise your right hand. She'll swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
You can take the stand. You may proceed.
Good morning.
When Stephen says he became a father at 14 or 15, your heart drops. Both kids. Kids! Too young to survive their own lives, let alone raise another one. So he admits it plainly. No, ma'am, we couldn't raise him. And the irony? The boy they couldn't raise ended up becoming a man they couldn't control. Think about how heavy that must sit on him now. Sitting in a courtroom, being asked about the child he handed over in hope, and who grew up into the man sitting at the defense table.
Please state your name for the record.
Stephen Testasecca.
Mr. Testasecca, where are you employed?
I'm self-employed.
What type of work do you do?
Window and door replacement.
Are you married?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your wife's name?
Melanie.
Do you live in Fort Myers?
No, ma'am.
What city do you live in?
Lakeland.
About how far is Lakeland from Fort Myers?
2 hours.
How old are you, sir?
46.
You know someone by the name of Wade Wilson.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know Wade Wilson?
He's my son.
How old were you when you found out you were going to be his father?
14 or 15.
How old was his mother at the time?
A year younger than me.
Now, were either of you in a position at that age to be able to raise
Then
them?
we learn Wade reconnected with his biological father at 18. Not because Stephen went looking for him, but because Wade came looking for Stephen. That detail matters. A boy searching for identity, a young man searching for belonging, maybe even approval. And Stephen tries. He really tries. Phone calls, one visit, emotional conversations, but always a distance. And then that tragic pattern. He would call when he needed money. A son needing a father, but never actually wanting him.
No, ma'am.
Was he placed up for adoption?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was he adopted by?
Candy and Steve Wilson.
And did they have any connection to you or Wade Wilson's mother?
You mean?
Like how did they,
Oh,
how were they known?
they went to church with Wade's mother's parents.
So that was how they connected and ended up raising Wade Wilson?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do they have any other children?
Yes, ma'am. 2 daughters.
And have you spoken with them on numerous occasions?
I've spoken with Candy.
And that's his adoptive mom?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, at some point, did you and Wade Wilson connect?
Yes, ma'am.
How old was
Then
Wade?
we reach October 7, 2019, the day everything collapses. Wade calls his father and says something chilling. I did something I can't take back. Stephen is at work. He can't process it. He can't make sense of it. He tells Wade to call back later, like a normal problem can wait until dinner. If only it was a normal problem. You can hear the regret in Stephen's voice years later, that moment he brushed it off, not knowing the horror behind those words.
Wade Wilson when he connected with you?
18.
And was he wanting to connect with you because you were his biological father?
Yes.
And up until that point, had you ever met him?
No, ma'am.
Did you end up attempting to have a relationship with him?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he seem to want to have a relationship?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, did you have phone calls often?
Yes.
Before dinner even comes, the detective calls. They're looking for Wade.
Stephen still has no idea what happened, but now the worry turns into fear. When a detective calls you to reach your son, something is very, very wrong. And yet, he still doesn't connect it to Wade's earlier, "I did something" call. It shows you how unbelievable the truth felt, even to the man who raised him for 9 months.
Ma'am.
And did you have occasions where you would see each other?
No. I went up and visited him one time in Tallahassee.
Okay. Now, did he often ask you for money?
Yes, ma'am.
Did your relationship turn into a situation where he was just asking for your help?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to turn your attention to Monday, October 7th of 2019. Did Wade Wilson get in touch with you through phone call that day?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was it that he told you when he called?
The first time he said he needed help. He had done something that he couldn't take back.
Did he indicate that he and his girl had gotten into an argument?
Yes, ma'am.
And who was his girl that you were aware of at the time?
I just knew her as Mila.
And did it seem that he wanted your help because of this argument?
Yes, ma'am.
When he called you, were you actually at work?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to really give your attention and time to him to try to help him at that point?
No, ma'am.
Then comes the second call. This one is different. Wade says it's straight. There were 2 people who won't be back. I'm a killer. And Stephen? He doesn't believe him. He says Wade is a good storyteller. That one line tells us everything we need to know about the mental dynamic between father and son. Stephen always thought Wade exaggerated, fabricated, dramatized. He thought this was more of the same. But it wasn't. This time, it was real.
So what did you tell him when he was asking for your help?
I just told him to call me back around dinner time. I'd be done working and we'd figure it out.
And did you at some point have a conversation with your wife about him getting in touch with you wanting your help?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, during the time that he was supposed to call, about what time was he supposed to call back?
I told him around dinner time.
Now, between the time he first called that day and dinner time, did you receive a call from a detective?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that detective looking for your son?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when the detective was looking for your son, did you have any idea at that point of what had happened?
No, ma'am.
Did the detective want you to try to help them get in touch with your son?
She just gave me a number and said if he calls you back, we need to talk to him.
Okay.
Then we reach the 10 p.m. call, and this is where the testimony becomes almost unbearable. Wade describes in stunning detail how he strangled the first woman after she fell asleep, then tried to roll her body up, then attempted to put her in the car trunk. And the coldest part, he calls her a degrading name, like she wasn't even human. This isn't just confession. This is emotional detachment on a different level. And when he says rigor mortis stopped him from moving her, that's when you feel Stephen's internal breaking point as a father.
Now, did he end up calling you later that evening?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did he tell you in that call that evening?
The final call?
Nope, the call before the final call.
He just told me, he did something. There was 2 people gone that would not be back. He said, I'm a killer. I just told him to call me back. I just thought it was another story.
So at this point, when he says that there were 2 people that wouldn't be with us and that he was a killer, did you put a lot of weight into that?
No, ma'am.
Do you think he was just telling you a story?
He's a good storyteller.
So did he then call you back a third time?
Yes, ma'am.
What time did he call you back?
It was around 10 o'clock.
I want to go back to that dinner time call. When he talked about these 2 people who are no longer with us and that he was a killer, did he show any type of remorse?
No, ma'am.
So let's go now to the 10 o'clock call.
Then comes the second girl, the one Wade sees walking on the street. He asks for directions, she gets into the car, and he strangles her while driving. But the most chilling detail? When he goes to dump her body and realizes she's still breathing, he gets back in the car and runs her over. Until she looked like spaghetti. No remorse, no hesitation. He even sounds excited, telling his father this, like he wants Stephen to share in the thrill. That is the moment Stephen stops being a father and becomes a witness.
Again, your wife knew about kind of what was going on during that day.
Yes, ma'am.
And when he called back at 10, did he go into more details about what he had told you earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's start with the first girl. If you could tell the jurors, what did he tell you?
He just said he met a girl at a bar. They went back to her house, hung out for a little bit, and then she fell asleep.
What did he say happened after she fell asleep?
He said he got on top of her and choked her.
What name did he call her? Did he refer to her in a derogatory term?
He said, I choked that bitch.
Okay. And what did he say he did after he choked her?
He said he stayed in the house for a little while, and then he rolled her up and was going to try to put her in her trunk, but he couldn't lift her.
Did he say why he was unable to put her in her trunk?
He said that he felt like rigor mortis had started to set in.
And does rigor mortis make your body stiff? You didn't know?
I think so.
So he just told you that that was the reason that he couldn't lift her and get her into her trunk?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the turning point. Stephen admits his wife is hearing everything on speakerphone. He admits that at first, he didn't want to turn his son in. He wanted to protect him, help him, save him. But then one thought changes everything. What if that was my daughter, my sister, my wife? That's when the father in him dies, and the human in him awakens. Because deep down, he knows another woman would die if he didn't make that call.
When he said her trunk, it was the trunk of her car he was going to put her in?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did he tell you he did when he couldn't get her body into her own trunk?
He left her there and took her car.
What did he say about the second girl?
He said he saw her walking down the street and stopped and asked her for directions. And she got in the car with him.
What did he say happened once she got in the car with him?
He said he reached over and choked her.
And did he tell you that he choked her while he was driving?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what did he say happened after he choked her?
He said he was looking for a place to put her body.
Did he find a place where he eventually dumped her body?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he tell you about the situation when he got to the place where he was going to dump her body?
He said that he pulled her out of the car and realized that she was still breathing.
So what did he tell you he did when he realized she's still breathing?
He said he got back in the car and ran her over until she looked like spaghetti.
Stephen tricks his son into giving his location by pretending to send an Uber. It sounds cold, but in reality, it's the only way to stop a monster without becoming one. His wife relays the address to police while Wade is still talking. When officers surround the house, Stephen is still on the phone, telling his son to walk out with his hands up, telling him not to do anything stupid. Even after everything, he doesn't want his son to die. And when Stephen identifies Wade in the courtroom, he does it quietly. Not emotionally, not angrily, just exhausted. A father who lost his son long before this trial even began.
As he's telling you all these things, what's his demeanor as he's telling you?
He was excited.
When you say excited, what do you mean by that?
I felt like he was wanting me to feel the way he felt about it.
Did he seem proud of it?
Yes.
Did he seem to show any kind of remorse?
No, ma'am.
And was he able to go into great detail about both of these ladies' deaths?
Yes, ma'am.
The second girl that he killed and left in this lot, did he think that she would be found?
No, ma'am.
He seemed to think he did a good job hiding her body.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the whole time that he's telling you these details, is your wife hearing any of these details?
I had the phone on speakerphone.
Now, prior to him telling you these details, how did you feel about turning him in to law enforcement?
I initially wanted to help him.
Did you feel conflicted about giving him over to law enforcement
Yes,
initially?
ma'am.
At some point when you're talking with him, did that feeling change?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
I just thought, what if that was my mom or my daughter or sister or wife? I would want somebody to do that.
And did you have additional concerns of what might happen if you didn't turn him into law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am.
What was that, sir?
He would have done it again.
Now, after he's telling you all these details, do you know where he's at when he's telling you these things?
I just knew he was in a house that he broke into when he was running from the police.
Did you know the actual address of this house he broke into?
No, ma'am.
Now, when you were talking to him and you decided that you needed to give the information to law enforcement about his whereabouts, how did you get that address from him?
I told him I was going to send him an Uber, and I needed the address of where he was.
Were you actually going to send him an Uber?
No, ma'am.
And so when you told him that you were going to send him an Uber, did he give you that address?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you then do with the address he gave you?
My wife was messaging with the officer.
Now, is your wife messaging with the officer during the course of these details that he's telling you?
The last part of them.
And so she's relaying what your son's telling you to law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving them further details?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, again, this conversation you're having with your son is on October 7th, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
It's in the evening hours?
Yes, ma'am.
And was it your understanding that him going to the bar and meeting the first woman happened the night before?
Yes, ma'am.
So at this point, when he's giving you all this information and you're giving this information to law enforcement, had the second girl's body been found?
No, ma'am.
And did it strike that? Now, that address you said your wife then gave to law enforcement.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you remain on the phone with your son?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you on the phone with him when law enforcement showed up at that house?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you encourage him to go outside and turn himself in?
I did. I didn't want him to do anything stupid and end up getting killed. So I just told him to put his hands up and just go outside.
I have nothing further and tender this witness. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I do have one more.
Okay.
Do you see your son sitting here in the courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
And would you describe an article of clothing he's wearing?
Dark suit.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that the witness is identified. Actually, if you could just give it a little bit more description since there's other people.
White shirt, blue tie, dark suit.
All right, Your Honor, at this time, I'll let the record reflect that the witness is identified.
Okay. Any questions?
Just briefly, sir. When you were on the phone,
Yes, sir.
he told you he was hiding out from the police in that house.
Yes, sir.
How often had you spoken with him before?
It was sporadic. One month it may be every other day, and I may not hear from him till he needs me again. 6 months, 2 months, whatever. They buried.
All right. Nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nothing further. I'd ask that he be excused from his subpoena.
Any objection?
This testimony isn't just a timeline. It's the story of a father forced into an impossible choice. It's the story of a man who brought a child into the world too young to raise him and ended up delivering him to the police to prevent more innocent women from dying. It's tragedy layered on top of tragedy. 2 families shattered, 2 women gone, and 1 father who will carry this guilt forever.